Welcome to this Excel tutorial, where I will be explaining how to create barcodes within Excel. I'll also be using Excel 2016 in this tutorial, but it will work with any version of Excel. In this Excel sheet, you can see a list of part numbers along with the corresponding barcodes that have been created. The great thing about this method is that you can resize and orient the barcodes however you like, as long as you don't shrink them so thin the white space is not visible when you print them. First step to creating these barcodes is to install a special font pack from the internet. If you take a look at the values in these cells, you can see that it's actually a font of sorts that's creating this barcode. There are other methods that can be used, such as websites that can generate a barcode for you to download as a picture file. This method here makes it really easy to transform a list of part numbers that we have in Excel into barcodes. To install the font, first open your web browser. In the address bar, type in free-barcode-font.com and click on the download button on that page. You can also search Google and find other websites that offer similar font packs if you would prefer. The particular type of barcode that we are creating here is called a 3 of 9 barcode, which is the most common type of barcode in use. If you aren't sure what type you have, this is probably it. If not, it should be pretty easy to search Google for a free font pack of the specific type that you use. Once you've downloaded the font, you need to install it. To do this, simply locate where the font was saved when you download it and double-click on it. Note that when this downloads, it is in a zip file. If you have a newer version of Windows or Mac OS, this should not be an issue. But if your computer says that the file cannot be opened, then that means that you need a zip converter. I would recommend downloading 7-Zip, which is a free software tool that allows you to easily unzip these files and see the original contents. After you double-click on the font file, it should open in the sort of preview window. Click Install on the top left to actually go ahead and install that font on your PC. Once the font has been installed on your PC, it can be used in Excel or any other program that needs it. In this workbook, I have put some dummy data to show you how the font works. To create a barcode, you simply need to type that number that you want to embed in the barcode, but with an asterisk on both ends of the number. The asterisk is important because that tells the barcode scanners where the end of the barcode actually is. Now to go ahead and take this modified part number code and turn it into a barcode, all you need to do is change the font. Go to the Home menu at the top of Excel and change the font using the drop-down menu. Make sure that you have the correct cells with barcode numbers in them selected when you do this, or the formatting won't be applied to those cells. If you wanted to test this barcode scanner out at this point, all you need to do is either print out the page and scan it with a barcode scanner, or even just scan your screen with the barcode scanner, depending on what type of scanner you have. You should see that the part number scanned in is the same one that we typed a minute ago. We can create this automatically from a regular part number by adding the asterisk on with a basic Excel formula. In the next cell, type equals, open quote, asterisk, close quote, ampersand, then reference the cell with the part number, then another ampersand, open quote, asterisk, close quote. What this formula is doing is simply adding or concatenating the asterisk symbol onto both sides of the part number so that you don't have to do it manually. This is really helpful, for instance, if you have a whole list of part numbers that you need to make barcodes for. Again, just like before, we just need to change the font now to make these show up as barcodes. Now that you know the basics, I'll show you a simple example of how you might format this for one of your products. On the second sheet, I've created a simple template that shows some basic information about this part. All this information, including the barcode, is easily changed just by selecting a different part number in the dropdown. There are also tons of other ways that you could use this, whether it be in creating production paperwork that incorporates the barcodes as subcomponents, discount code lists for retail, etc. Especially when this is combined with some visual basic programming knowledge, it is possible to automatically go through a whole list of part numbers and create labels for each one that is saved as a PDF or printed so that they can be attached to containers, skids, etc. This is a little more advanced in this video here, so we can leave that for another time. Hopefully this video has been helpful for you. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'll be continuing to put out more content that should help make your work less stressful and more productive. If you have any questions, please let me know below and I'll try to answer them. Similarly, if you have any other Excel questions or suggestions for another video topic, please feel free to comment below.